welcome to Daytime. It is Friday, April the 29th. Happy birthday, Roger.
Happy birthday, Roger.
What did you get him?
I didn't know it was your husband's birthday today.
It is.
I'll tell you what, I got him a whole room full of kids.
I brought a few of our children along today to help celebrate the birthday. Look behind us. From St. Matthew's School in Waterloo, we've got another Cable in the Classroom group. This is only half of them, by the way. The other half are way up there in the booth seeing what's going on behind the scenes. It's pretty good dancers. Not bad.
We've got a whole lot of them in here today learning about what goes on here in this very building, this little metropolis we call Rogers Television.
Not my Roger. This is like Ted Rogers.
Roger, yeah.
About. Coming up in today's show, it is a Friday. We've got a jam-packed show, not just because we're full with the classroom here today, but because of all the guests that we have joining us as well. On today's show, the Records Craft and Fine Arts Show is coming up this weekend. Now, we met one of the artisans that's participating in it earlier in the week. Today, we meet another one of the fine artisans. Kaz is here. Incredible handbags. She just does some beautiful work.
This is kind of neat.
Lovely.
This is kind of interesting, some of the work, too, because you might just mistakenly think a handbag. How can you be creative with a handbag? But you can. You can. Just ask any man who's been asked to hold one. And they'll tell you how creatively you could actually hold on to one,
I'm sure there's one that goes with your jersey
too.
over there. I'm sure there is.
There's bound to be one, too.
So we're going to find out all about the show today.
We also had a gentleman by the name of Joel Galensi who was actually on his way to becoming a championship figure skater. In fact, he progressed and competed against the likes of Emmanuel Sandhu and such. And then he decided to take a stab at writing and performing music, and he has done quite well at that. He has a debut CD that was released last year, and he dropped by our studios today.
Also on today's show, a little bit of cooking. If you could smell what we could smell in the studio today. It's amazing, isn't it, guys? Does it smell pretty good?
Can you guys smell what The Rock is cooking?
Isn't that nice? There he is. This is Brian Surgener, who is the executive chef with the Charcoal Steakhouse. Brand new to the steakhouse, by the way. Doing some incredible work for them. And cooking in the kitchen for us today, we're going to be making a seafood dish.
Oh, very nice.
Some risotto with a little bit of a spring flair to it. And finding out what's in store for you at the Charcoal, which is just one of the family of restaurants that you find at the corner of Fairway and Weber there in Kitchener. There's Charcoals, Del Dante's, Martinis,
right.
All a little bit different. Wonderful food, though. That's the one thing they have in common.
It is a, I would say, a local landmark. It is known even before you come to the area. I had heard about it long before that, too. Obviously, if there is one passion that drives me in my life, that is the ability to remove stains. And today, Kelly Wagner, our consumer advocate, will be on the show with some tips on stain removal.
It took about 30 seconds on that first really nice spring day we had for one of the kids to come in with, like, the only patch of green grass that we have in the entire lawn, on their knee.
Yeah.
So it's that season where everything's full of stains and a little bit of dirt and a little bit of mud. What really does get the stains out and what doesn't so much? Kelly's going to let us know.
I obsess about that stuff. I
know
love it.
you do. You lose sleep.
It's my passion. It's my weekend planned right there. It is Freebie Friday on today's show, too. And tonight I will have the pleasure of introducing and being up there in Elmira for the opening night performance of Neil Simon's Rumors. And some winners will be there.
From last week's Freebie Friday, because they won tickets.
It was last week, right?
They're going to be joining you with that tonight. But today, Freebie Friday, take a look at this. Our friend Stuart and the gang from Fruits and Passions in Fairview Park Mall, donating just a little something for you. A $100 gift
What's this one
basket
called again?
for you. Can I take a look? I have to
Because
lean
he
it up
told
so
me
I can
that
take a look.
plant,
Mimosa.
mimosa, is only available
Mimosa.
in Australia, I think. New Zealand, Australia, somewhere down there, too.
Oh, this smells incredible. I love that. Not only do you get the gift basket from Fruits and Passions, you also get 2 tickets to the 10th annual auction and comedy night coming up at Binghamton's on May the 13th.
Wonderful. That's
So
always
a night
fun
out,
night.
and you'll smell great, too.
Terrific. All right, what do they have to do today to win?
Well,
Trivia,
Mark,
perhaps?
yes, you have to answer today's trivia question. And because we're coming to the end of Dental Awareness Month, which is the month of April,
Yes.
a dental question for you. To whiten your teeth, should you brush vigorously after dipping your toothbrush in A, mashed potatoes, B, mashed bananas, or C, mashed strawberries?
To whiten your teeth.
To whiten your teeth, potatoes, bananas, strawberries.
Isn't that interesting? What do you guys think?
Oh, they're giving it
Potatoes
away.
and bananas, they're split. They're split, potatoes
This
and
is
bananas.
like your phone a friend today.
Potatoes, bananas. Liberal or PC? What do you kids think? Nah, we won't even wade into that here today.
First correct answer into the numbers you just saw right there picks up our entire prize package for today.
I'm not
Which
whitening
does not include the Mike Richards bobblehead, though. That's mine.
I'm not whitening my teeth. I'm going to darken my face. Same effect. I jam my head in a tanning booth. So rather than worried about that, and then naturally.
It just looks better.
Yeah, won't go with the rest of my body, but I'll look like a bobblehead.
Coming up next weekend, it is, of course, Mother's Day, and what a terrific gift package you could win with the Record's 30-Minute Miracle Mother's Day contest.
Here it is, the marvelous recipe book that two of the authors that work at the Record have put together here, Liz and Louisa. This is marvelous. I have a copy of this, signed by the authors.
We're giving away a book a day right on until Mother's Day. Thursday's winner, by the way, Denise Gould from Kitchener. Congratulations, Denise. She found her ballot in the Record, entered it in. Not only does she pick up that cookbook, but her name goes back in for the grand prize.
The grand prize and a chance to get yourself $100 to spend at the Kitchener Market Box 2, and a spectacular elite spa package from Chameleon Spa in Waterloo.
Spa package worth $250. What a great day. So go into your record, see if you can find the ballot. You can go to www.therecord.com to find out more and enter there. And coming up next Friday, we will actually be announcing the name of the grand prize winner, the person who picks up that basket. That's going to be great.
So what is with the today? I noticed that on the front of the Record. Tonight's
Texas
very
Hex.
important.
Everybody's wondering, is it Texas Hex? Is this the reason the Rangers lost at home in overtime the other night? Tex is gone. I didn't pick up on it.
No, I didn't know that
My
either.
son was watching, and when they did the 3-star selection, first thing he said was, why isn't Tex out in the ice? I think maybe a day off, I don't know, but apparently Tex is no longer with the Rangers.
So are they going to keep the same mascot and have someone else in it?
Apparently.
Oh, they are?
Apparently so.
Okay.
If you read on, they say they could, but could be a chance. Actually, you know what we should do? Here, guys, you hold that one. Because we need all the cheering and the luck that we can do
There we go. We need
for
that
our
going
Rangers tonight, because this is Game
Yep.
5, Western Conference Final. Kitchener Rangers taking on the London Knights, and it's do or die time for Kitchener. Now, even though the game is being played in London, and you'll catch it live here 7:30 p.m. on Rogers Television, you're going to hear young voices like this cheering for the Rangers from Kitchener. Oh, come on, there we go. Hi, Mom.
His mother's in net tonight, so that's kind of a neat twist. There you go. All the action right here on Rogers Television this evening. Catch it right here.
And I want to be really optimistic and say Game 6, Sunday night
Yes.
at the Odd, which will also be broadcast here on Rogers Television. Complete game schedule. There it is, 7 p.m. Whole schedule is at rogerstelevision.com.
Today may be the nicest of the days as we head into the weekend. There is a chance of some rain coming our way, and dare I say Sunday, the latest forecast said snow.
Tomorrow, it's the Women's Day at Play event that I've hosted for the past couple of years. And I'm going there with my sisters, Jacob Hespler High School in Cambridge. There'll be, between 300 and 400 of us all there. And I am booked for the golfing lesson again.
Oh, you're doing that?
So I guess we'll be back in the gym, learning how to golf and just sort of the proper swing and the technique of it.
It
So
might hold off.
we'll have to see. There we go, a little bit of rain in the forecast for tomorrow, high of only 8 degrees. So great day to be indoors playing with the rest of those women. 12, 11, 10, better not go any lower than that. Right, Mikey? That's right. That's right, he says.
That's fun. That's fun. Hey, it's pet time.
That's right, we're going to go up to Guelph, to the Guelph Humane Society, see who is up for adoption today. And joining us from Guelph is Shelley McRae. Hi there, Shelley.
Hi.
Great to have you along on what could be the nicest day of the weekend.
Oh,
Hope it gets a little nicer than this.
Well, it's not
Now-
supposed to be.
It's going to be a surprise to see the pets that are up for adoption because we don't have the names here.
Oh, you don't?
We don't have any names here. So why don't we take a look? We'll start to roll the footage of the first animal that we have up for adoption.
Okay.
And
Is it a kitty cat or a dog?
It's a
It's
dog.
a cat. It's definitely a
dog.
cat.
Well, that'll be
not a
our
cat, it's a
Sabrina. And
It is Sabrina.
Sabrina is a spayed female. She's 7 years old. She is a Beagle Cross, and she is a very sweet girl. She's attentive and happy. She loves people and lots of attention. She's house trained. She sometimes chews when left alone, so a crate might be recommended. She's never been around children at all in her 7 years, so we're recommending that kids be 6 years and up. And she still has a lot of zip and zing. She's just very cuddly and still quite beagly.
I like the coloring on her face. It's almost like she's wearing a mask.
She's very
They're
cute.
cute. I like that. We have another dog up for adoption today. It's Cody.
Okay, this is Cody, a very unique-looking dog. He has a brown eye and a blue eye. He is a Husky Collie cross. He's black and brown and gray and has some brindle around his face and feet. He is good with other dogs and cats. He knows sit and stay and shake a paw, so he has had some obedience training. Continued obedience is recommended. He is already crate trained, and we're recommending children 6 and up with him. He's a little touch sensitive, that's why, with certain areas on his body. So
That's just incredible with the eyes. One blue, one dark.
Yeah.
Is that because of the Husky blend in it?
that's definitely, yeah. Yep. And whoever adopts Cody is going to have to like grooming because he needs to be brushed on a very regular basis.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to cats.
Tessa is our first
We have
cat.
Tessa. Tessa is a short-haired 1-year-old spayed female. She is very affectionate and very playful. She loves playing with toys. It's fun to watch her play with her toys. And she's good with kids and other cats. So she would make a great all-around family pet.
A beautiful cat. I love her tail. It looks like it's about 3 inches wide. Okay, and we have one more cat to take a look at today. It's Gizmo.
Gizmo. Gizmo is a huge, huge boy. He is a long-haired cross with a Maine Coon. He is a neutered male, 2 years old. He's declawed. He's accustomed to children. He's really laid back, a little bit on the lazy side. He loves attention and will require regular brushing.
He is a huge cat.
He's huge.
He's the size of a small child. Beautiful cat,
Mesmerizing
though.
eyes. Nice eyes, too.
He does.
Yeah.
All right, so give your local Humane Society a call. See who's up for adoption today. Thanks for joining us, Shelley.
Okay.
Thanks, Shelley. Appreciate your time today. Well, the Records Fine Arts and Crafts Show is happening this weekend, and we are going to meet one of the participants when we get back. Welcome back to the show. Lots going on this weekend. One such event is the Records Fine Arts and Crafts Show, which is going to be terrific and feature all sorts of artisans from the area. So please welcome, joining us from the Record today, Simon Dowrick, who's with the Record, and Kaz Zvonatize. That's not too far off. I rehearsed it too. Thanks for being here today. The owner, the creator of Space Girl Design Company.
That's right.
Thanks for being here. Let's start, Simon, just by talking about the event at large.
Sure,
what people
yeah.
can expect.
Yeah, it's a great event. The event actually has been running for 22 years in this region, but we were approached last year to take over the show, and we're happy to do that. We've tried to bring a lot more new things to the show, such as a kids' craft area. We've got lots of demonstrations. We've got Core Gallery coming on board. They're going to be doing interactive art for kids. Kids can take home watercolor paintings. We've got a magician. We've got lots of really talented Canadian artisans that are coming to the show that make their own products, homegrown talent. It's going to be
Nice.
good.
Where is it going to be happening?
It's going to be happening at Bingham's. Saturday it's 10 till 5 and Sunday it's 11 till 5.
Okay.
So it's perfect for British weather, which I think we're getting this weekend. So, you know, if you're looking for something to do, come down. It's fun for all the family, and lots of guilds and demonstrations. So.
That's the way to, did you say lots of girls?
Guilds.
Oh, guilds. I thought I was
There
saying
might
you
be
said
lots of
girls.
There could be.
How does that fit into the craft thing, Kaz? What happened with that? Well, there may be. So let's talk about you. You come along and you decide you're going to design some handbags. Then you get out of it for a little while, and then you get back into it. Tell me how it began for you.
I guess, I mean, I've been sewing since I was very little. I've done a lot of work with community theater and semi-professional theater and costuming, so it's just been a natural progression, I guess, just designing
so you were doing
and creating.
Costumes. You were making costumes for people?
That's right. And then in 1999, I did an HRDC-sponsored Young Business Startup program for 9 months, and I launched my handbag line in 1999.
What role does the handbag play in a woman's life? I
Oh my
believe by
God.
law you have to own 15. Am I right?
At least.
Legally, I
It's
believe there's a city
essential.
ordinance.
It's
But what role
essential.
does it play? Because it's like this mysterious thing that men sometimes are asked to hold, but you dare not look inside because you'll vanish. No.
It's I don't know. It's supposed to be fun, I think, you know? It's an accessory, it's fun, it, you know, holds all your essential private things, and I don't know.
Private things.
That's right.
Private things, the mystery. But it's funny because you'll attend you know, a black tie event, and the woman you're with will have this tiny little purse. You think you couldn't even put a thimble in there. Then all of a sudden you'll be on vacation, and there's this huge beach bag type thing. They're just huge. You've got everything in there.
Essentials.
You could ask for National Geographic 1973. Boom, she's got it right there in the handbag. Do you have with you the first one you ever designed?
No.
What did it look like? Was it pretty plain, or did you really go out on a limb and do something artsy?
This is similar to the first one that I did. Very, very simple, kind of, you know, day bag with a long handle and a front flap.
Don't get too close, Simon. You'll vanish.
I've been doing these ones for a while, too.
These this is very nice.
That's our bestseller. It's called the Celeste.
Now, each one of these would be up for a different occasion. Would this be sort of your everyday heading out? It looks a little formal, but not so much so that you couldn't.
It's for, you know, if you're just popping out for a little bit, because it'll hold, you know, your cell phone, your wallet, your keys, your lipstick, you know, just a few things. It's very cute.
Mom, I'm talking purses on daytime. Now, this one's kind of neat. This is the bigger one. This is the one that I talked about. This is a vacation bag right here. This has the suntan lotion and everything in it.
Yes.
You put a liner in them all, too?
I do.
So you're still making them all yourself?
I am.
Because you've opened a store now, Kitchener, called?
Called Dude.
Dude.
Yes.
Are you just doing handbags right now in Dude?
I'm doing handbags, and I'm reworking T-shirts. So I do rework T-shirts for babies, kids, and women. And the handbags.
Right.
And I've started doing some diaper bags as well.
Is that these diaper bags?
Well, that's what they were designed as initially, but I've had a lot of women buy them just as a regular purse, regular bag.
Oh, that's a neat idea. This thing's huge.
It is.
You could carry a lot. You could do your whole luggage in it. Oh, and it buttons on the inside. That's kind of different.
Yeah. And I guess the thing that distinguishes it as a diaper bag is there's a change pad inside. It's all lined with vinyl, so in case anything spills, you can wipe it up. And there's a little side pocket for a bottle or a cell phone.
I'm afraid of change, Kaz, but I'm still going to take this out. Or maybe I'm not. It's in there, but there it is.
There it is.
You can see it. Oh, isn't that a good idea? Even that's a designer.
There
A
you go.
designer change pad. Who knew? Isn't it wonderful? Well, I allow the different styles you've got, too. These are quite nice, too.
That's the clutch.
This is the clutch?
That's a clutch.
Is this what it's called?
Yep.
The clutch?
There's no handle. It's a clutch.
This is the transmission. And here's the clutch, because there's no handle on it. And if you notice, if ever a woman asks a man to hold the handbag, he will hold it. Not by the strap, but like he'll choke it like that. This is nice. This is very nice, too. You put things in there. Look at that. Okay. How many different designs?
Probably about 10 altogether.
Do you design them on paper first? What do you do? Or do you just kind of try and experiment with different patterns?
I don't know. It's you know, sometimes it's a little hit and miss. I get an idea in my head. I try to draft it out on paper first to make a pattern for it.
Right.
And then I do up a sample and try to kind of fix any glitches from that.
And did you do the embroidery and everything?
Yes.
Do you do all the patterning in that, too?
Yes.
Wow. Sorry, someone's waving at me. I know. Oh, wrap it up, he's saying. That's okay. There's always people just flagging me down. So just quickly, let's give the details on the show, Simon.
Sure, it's at Bingham's in Kitchener, and it's 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, 11 till 5 on Sunday. We have door prizes, we have jewelry, it's all handmade. We have wooden cabinets, all kinds of things. So come down, enjoy the show, and we're looking forward to seeing you.
All right.
Thanks.
Fabulous. Thank you for sharing your designs today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's not a bad gift idea.
It's true.
For guys, too.
And
That
it's
is
a good price
surprising.
point. So.
Go in, have a look to make sure it matches with some of her clothes, and then, you know, or bring her with you. That's even a better idea.
There you go.
I like that. The store's called again?
Dude.
Dude.
At
All right.
8 Duke Street.
www.therecord.com is the website. Let's have a look at the car of the week.
The Subaru lineup, in the Subaru lineup we have the sporty Impreza, we have the Outbacks, we have the Foresters, and the Legacy models. We have a model for every person in the family. If you're looking for a sporty small vehicle, the Impreza would do it just fine. In a family style SUV type model, you'll be looking at an Outback, and a Forester is an SUV version of the Subaru lineup. We have the legacy lineup out too. It's equipped with front airbags, all-wheel drive with a 4-channel ABS system with that too. Regardless of the model you buy in a Subaru, you're buying an all-wheel drive vehicle. It holds the best resale value in the marketplace. It's a great investment for anybody, and it has the best safety standards in the industry.
You know, I remember the first really wonderful dining experience Roger and I went out on when we were dating was to the Charcoal Steakhouse in Kitchener. Still there, still the same fabulous reputation. One new part, though, to the Charcoal is their brand new executive chef, and he's joining us today on Daytime. Brian Surgener is here. Welcome to the area, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a month now that you've been with the Charcoal?
That's correct.
So you're just sort of starting to ease into things and get used to the area.
Yeah. I'm not too familiar with Kitchener, but...
Well, you'll love it here.
Yeah.
You'll love it here once you get here. Now, coming into a new restaurant, it takes you a little bit of time to sort of see what the history of the place is, and especially in this case because you're dealing with the Charcoal, but also Del Dante's and Martini's, which are three very distinct restaurants in the same area.
Yeah.
So it must take you some time to sort of formulate in your mind what that means to the community. And then after that, do you start looking at possible changes and things that you'd like to see happen?
Yeah, maybe just, as you said, it does have a long-standing, it's like 54 years it's been around. So it's pretty well known, and they're doing a lot of things right, obviously, if they've been around for 54 years. So I'm just there as to help maybe with the dynamics of the different restaurants and the concepts.
And just a little fine tuning, because there are always certain aspects that you can, you know, add to and just sort of augment as you go along.
New set of eyes.
Exactly. Right. Well, I was glad today, speaking of, you know, new and perceptions, to see that you're doing a seafood dish today. Because the Charcoal is so known for its steaks and its ribs and that sort of thing. You sometimes forget that they've got fabulous seafood too.
Yeah, something that we might put on our summer menu or run as a special in Martini's.
Right.
Something a little lighter fare, not so heavy.
Well, you know, with the weather that we've had lately, something springish, summerish, I love it. So what are we going to make today? We're
going to make a honey peppered Arctic char on a bed of lemon cucumber risotto.
Incredible.
Oozes summer.
Oh, anything that oozes summer is good by me. Let's get it started.
Okay. So we're going to start with the rice. We're going to use some arborio rice.
Arborio?
Yeah, it's Italian rice, very starchy, very thick, but we're going to try and lighten it up with lots of butter and cheese.
Oh, that makes a nice light dish. It's sort of a diet dish, ladies.
Yeah, because it's going to be
good.
cucumber based. We're going to cook it in. We're going to use a little white stock, either chicken or veg stock.
Okay.
Today we're going to use some chicken, and we're going to cook most of the rice in cucumber juice. So to give it a nice green
summer. The green that's down there, that incredible
That's right.
Cucumber juice.
Yeah.
And that's just literally putting the cucumber through the juicer?
Through the juicer and then passing it and using it as the cooking liquid. So real natural, sort of real marriage with the flavors and the fish itself.
Okay.
So I've got some butter going here. I'm going to put some shallots. You could also use onions. We're going to sweat those off.
What's the difference between a shallot and an onion?
A shallot's much more intense, more pungent flavor. You get your flavors out a lot quicker.
Okay.
If you were using an onion, you might have to sweat this for 20, 25 minutes to get the sugars out, but this comes right out quickly.
Okay.
So I've used just a Teflon pan here. My fish has been marinated in a marinade of honey. There's mustard, chilies, some dill, little olive oil, little sugar.
Wow.
So that's going to help caramelize it. We're going to serve it with the skin on, upside down.
Okay.
Try and get the skin nice and sugary and crispy.
Okay.
All right.
With the marinade that just sort of sticks to it during the cooking process.
Exactly.
Okay.
We put it all. We allow the fish to sit in that marinade overnight. or a few hours beforehand, doesn't matter. The longer it's in it, the more flavor comes out. But we don't add any salt to it until just before cooking. So,
Okay.
because we don't want the fish to start to cure or cook, dry out.
So we'll get that going as well.
Yeah.
You're coming up to probably what I would think is one of the busiest weekends at the charcoal with Mother's Day coming up. And that incredible Sunday brunch that you have on a weekly basis, it's probably even crazier at Mother's Day.
Yeah, it's we expect a big crowd. That's for sure. It's they've been doing it for years, and it's a real crowd pleaser, that's for sure.
So a good idea to get your reservations in early for that one if you're not already booked up. Stop by for that.
So now what I'm doing here, this is called toasting the rice. We're just gonna move the rice around for a minute or so in the butter and shallots to help stabilize the starches.
When it stabilizes the starches, what does that do for the rice?
It helps it first of all to stay together, and then later towards the end of the cooking process, it helps to make it creamy.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna deglaze the rice now with some white wine.
All these terms I'm learning today. We're deglazing the rice.
Basically means lifting the flavors up from the bottom of the pan. And then,
if you go online to charcoalsteakhouse.ca, you can see just a sampling of their menu, or the full menu actually, on it for both lunchtime and the dinner menu. And it's so nice to see. I mean, you have the steaks there, you have the seafood listed, you have everything, the ribs, and still, you know, the Mennonite pigtails, a little local flavor.
That's right. So now what I've done here is I've added a little bit of oil, and I've laid the fish presentation side down, which is the skin.
Okay.
I'm going to go into the oven.
Wow.
I just have an oven set at 400 degrees.
Okay. And that's just going to cook away?
Yeah. It went in at a medium kind of heat on the stove. It doesn't have to be hot and smoking. You don't want to burn the skin. The sugars will move that process along.
Okay. The rice is bubbling along nicely
start
there.
to add some of my cucumber juice.
I have to ask, is this going to turn the rice green?
Oh, yeah.
It will.
Yeah. That's what we're after.
Incredible.
The reason I don't use all cucumber juice and I use some stock, through the reduction and the cooking process, it'll become way too sweet from the cucumber juice as it reduces. So you got to sort of even it out a bit.
Well, and cucumber is one of those flavors that it's not overpowering, but like you said, fresh. It's a very fresh flavor.
Exactly.
I love that. I love the green color of the rice.
Yeah.
I'm going to serve this to my kids. So that has to boil up for a little bit?
It has to boil, and you have to continuously add stock and juice. It's not like regular rice where you put a whole bunch of water and cook it down. You just keep adding it as it reduces in. It takes about 15 minutes from start to finish, so we probably don't have the time for that today. So
okay. Well, we can set that back.
Yeah.
Through the magic of television, I think we can probably show people what it's going to look like when it's done.
Exactly. I have something a little further along here.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Now this is boiled up. It's 15 minutes that it's needed to
This is
give or
about
take.
12 minutes along now. So
You can see in the pan how it's becoming a little creamier.
Exactly.
Like you said, it's just sort of melting out together.
Yeah.
And yet you still see that individual rice shape with it.
Exactly. From start to finish, you'll need to season your rice maybe 5-6 times. The flavors keep changing. Just when you think you have it where you want it, you taste it again 30 seconds later and it's changed again. So continuously seasoning and adjusting the seasoning.
That's the difference between me and a real chef. When I open the box of rice and I pour it in and put the water in it, I just one easy process. That's all it is. But this is lovely. And you're starting to get that smell, that really nice fresh smell with it as well. Okay, we've got a couple of minutes left.
Okay.
Charcoal, Del Dante's downstairs, a little bit of a different menu there as well for people who might not be familiar with the restaurant.
That's correct. Downstairs in Del Dante, it's trattoria, very Mediterranean-like, Italian. Different pizzas, pastas, seafood and veal dishes.
And then martinis, a little bit different again, more that urban, cosmopolitan sort of feel to it.
Definitely sort of, I'd say, sophisticated.
Right.
And, yeah, a great place to meet after work for a drink or a martini. And
one of the 150 different kinds of martinis they have there, by the way.
We also have an oyster bar there. And we have a chef on hand cooking different pastas and taking care of the oyster bar. So, and you can order right off the menu and kind of watch your food be cooked if you want.
So really, you
pretty
can come
interactive.
to the whole family of restaurants and just sort of decide as you're going through the door, what do I feel like today? Something a little more casual, something a little more cosmopolitan. I feel like a great steak or a great seafood, and sort of go into the appropriate door when you get there.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Well, it's the Charcoal Steakhouse cooking here. Let's quickly finish this up.
That's right. We're gonna garnish it with a little cucumber, diced cucumber, and you definitely need to get some lemon juice in there. It is a cucumber lemon risotto. We don't add the lemon juice till towards the end because it'll just cook up in the air.
This is a spring dish.
Yes, want it to have some. It gives it a nice zing.
Oh, and here's
a
more
little
of that
butter.
diet factor.
Yeah, just to help bring it along.
Excellent.
Or you can go ahead and stir that.
Okay, I'm going to stir this
Okay.
for a second. We'll
Go
take a
put
quick peek. We've got about a minute left, so we'll
little
take a
tomato
quick
for
peek
color.
at that fish. Oh, you've got to ever bring out the color with just that little bit
right.
of red with the tomato.
And how about some chives for garnish?
Fabulous.
And
See, by stirring, I feel like I've actually done something to help create the dish.
exactly.
Well, you know, it's a great place, wonderful. Reservations always recommended because everybody wants to eat there. It is the Charcoal Steakhouse, corner of Weber and Fairway in Kitchener. Let's plate this up.
Okay, we're gonna
Still more
finish with a little cheese at
It's
the
the
end.
dish that never finishes. We keep adding
you
and
wanna
adding.
stir
and it gets
that
a little
in there?
better. Okay.
Okay,
You've got
and
the
we
cheese.
will plate this up quickly.
I almost forgot about the fish. We've been so busy with the rice, I almost forgot about our char.
Okay,
There
that
we
looks
go.
good. Nice and soupy, saucy. The cheese sort of brings it all together.
Smells incredible.
Yes.
I'm just going to quickly plate this up for you to take a look at.
So maybe we'll just.
Charcoal Steakhouse. You can go online, get ready for Mother's Day. Always a good idea to get your reservations, especially for the Sunday brunch, and it's charcoalsteakhouse.ca. So we bring out the fish. We're going to finish plating this up. Look at that.
There you go.
And now
See
you can
the skin.
see, when you mentioned the sugars on the skin of the fish,
Exactly.
how that is all
I think that's
come
still
together.
a little undercooked, so we'll.
Brian Surgener, new executive chef at the Charcoal. We look for even more extraordinary things from the restaurant under your supervision. Thank you for taking some time with us
Thanks
today
for
on
having
Daytime.
me.
As Brian finishes up the dish, we'll be back with more in just a moment. Stay with us.
Little balls.
Welcome back to the show. We take great pride in profiling some up-and-coming musicians because these are the stars of tomorrow and already of star caliber right now. But one question remains with our next guest here, and it is truly a pleasure to welcome him. So let's introduce him, and then we'll ask him. Joel Galensi joins us here today, who is a terrific musician. We're going to hear you perform in a moment. But explain to me how one goes from being on the ice competing against an Emmanuel Sandhu in figure skating to being on a stage as a rock musician. Because you were chugging along. You were in the championships and everything.
Yeah. What's it like, you mean? Or
How did this happen? Okay. I mean, was that your first love, or did you change loves halfway along?
It definitely was my first love. I thought I would be on the podium at the Olympics probably about this time in my life. But I got injured. Actually, that was one big thing that sort of made me do a lot of thinking. And my second love was music. And music has always been a huge part of skating because you're always skating to music and interpreting.
Yeah, were you
it.
doing music for your own performances?
No,
You
no,
weren't
but that's
doing
actually
that,
something
okay.
I'm wanting to still do yet in the future is write my own music for an actual skating performance. But you can't use lyrics right now. You can't use actual, vocals in your skating competitions.
Yes.
So my music right now.
And they
all
won't
has
let you
vocals.
sing while you're skating.
No, I mean I've
nixed
tried,
that.
but you're kind of you're panting all the time and just really
Yeah, that doesn't go over too well. And yet, Disney World on Ice, they do it. Who knows how?
Yeah.
But this is kind of interesting because here you are, very successful, I might add, at skating. So it must be hard to kind of take a foray into something that it really takes it takes talent, but it takes persistence. And I know you've been touring since last year to support the new CD, the debut CD here, The Rebellion of Camouflage.
Yeah.
So that must be a whole new thing for you. I mean,
It
to be
was.
so good at something and start back at square one in another.
It was really, I think I had really high expectations. My first few concerts, too, I expected, skating-size audiences. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm playing for like 50 people. This is horrible.
Right.
But you realize in the music industry, it's a very different, progression. Very, very different. You don't have 10,000 people just like that. You've got to really work your way up to
Takes a
that.
while and persistence, and you're working
Yeah.
on that right now. It's interesting, I find, too, and I want to get to the awards in a sec, too, but when you are skating, you pointed out something, huge audience. You can't really probably concentrate on any people in particular. This is different, though, when you're performing. Are you out there looking at certain people, that guy in the third row or the woman over there that's really in tune?
Absolutely, especially the ones who are connecting back to me, who really are. You can tell there's something going on in there.
You can sense that, can you?
Oh, you really can.
Yeah.
They lean forward. There's sort of just a really like a visual connection there, and you just you keep looking back to them at certain points of the concert, and really try to. And my whole philosophy is just that you need to be there and love your audience. My job up there is not to show off and get them to love me, but it's actually, I'm bringing something of a message to these people, and I want them to open up and be able to receive it. So it's kind of it's an initiatory thing that I'm initiating, sort of a very affirming and wanting to open them up and express what I have to say. And so that's very much a visual thing and a very intentional thing as well. So,
isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So you walk away from a show with a different vibe by different audiences.
Oh, completely. Yeah. I mean, you could
All
sell
right.
a ton of CDs and just still be like, wow, that was a weird audience. They just didn't have any,
It's okay to love your audience, just don't love your audience.
Yeah, right.
So let's talk about this CD, which looks impressive, and I'm looking forward to giving it a spin here right now. Did you write all the tunes on here yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
You did? Wow. Had you been writing while you were off doing the skating?
A little bit, through my teenage years, just writing, more just for fun. I never took it too seriously, but yeah.
Okay. Nominated, this is the debut CD, and you're already winning awards. You've got like the golden touch, don't you?
I don't know. There's a lot of talented
How
people in the
cool is
world.
that? No, I know, but it'd be 10 years before they get nominated for anything. So explain to me what the Shays are all about. You get nominated for that.
It's a People's Choice Award. It's
Right.
for Canadian gospel music, and it is right across Canada, and it's going to be held at the Hershey Centre May 14. And I was nominated for Rock Alternative Album of the Year and Folk Album of the Year. So,
Very cool.
Yeah.
More importantly, there is a category that is fans' choice. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
You get to
People's
vote?
Choice. Actually,
Yeah.
all of the awards are decided
Okay.
by, first they're juried by a panel of judges to actually choose the nominees, and then from that, it's open up to the public to do voting online at shaiawards.com, S-H-A-I awards.com. So people can vote until May 10th, actually. So.
And please do, after you've seen
Yeah.
it perform, I think you're going to want to do that too. And you've got your own website I want to direct people to, because we can only get you to do maybe one song today, but
Yeah.
they can maybe get some samples there too. That is
That's right, and a music video. Yeah, it's at joelg.ca, Joelg.ca.
I thought you were going to use me in your first video. Did
Yeah,
that not
well,
pan out?
the second video. You can be in the second one.
Yeah. Joel Galensi is here with us right now. What song are you going to perform off the CD?
It's cut number 6. It's called Maybe.
Well, just leave us with the cut number.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you.
Joel Galensi.
Lost my concentration again. Can't focus on my mission again. Banality surrounds us, so sin has lost its gravity. Maybe I'm just immature, no commitment, no effort, I'm just insecure. And maybe this pattern I'm in is a handy distraction away from him, from him. Don't leave me here alone. No, no. Don't leave me here alone. No, 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 no. Don't leave me here alone. immature, no commitment, no effort. I'm just insecure. Maybe this pattern I'm in is a handy distraction away from him, from him, from him. Don't leave me here. Don't leave me here. Don't leave me maybe this pattern I'm in is a handy distraction away from him, from him, from him.
The debut CD, The Rebellion of Camouflage. Fabulous. Now you, from Ottawa, but now you're in Guelph. Do you perform around there?
Yeah, absolutely. We're actually playing a pretty big convention coming up in Waterloo on May 22nd, I think it is. Yeah.
Very cool.
So
Well,
playing around the area quite a bit.
Find out where you can catch him live at joelg.ca, and also get in there and vote. May 14th, CBC is going to televise the awards.
That's right.
Too,
Yeah, they're working on that. Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff. I don't even wish this guy luck. He's already going to make it. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah.
Stay with us. We are back in just a sec.
Okay, this could be Carly's sock right here with the stains and the dirt on it. But it's not her sock. It does belong to our consumer advocate, though, Kelly Wagner. Not your sock
It's not
either,
mine.
your son's.
My feet are way bigger than that. I'm here to air out my dirty laundry today. These disgusting.
It's a daytime exclusive.
This is completely embarrassing, really. When I look at really up close how dirty my son's socks are, but you get home, he takes off his shoes, and there's sand falling out of them from the playground. But
and that's typical, I think, of most kids, and especially this time of year. I mean, I have daughters who occasionally forget to put their shoes on before they go out the door, so they come in with the black on the bottom of the
happens
socks.
all the time. So, and I'm bad about actually pre-treating anything. I throw it in the washer and walk away most of the time. So I thought, you know, it's time to check out which stain removers actually can work and, you know, which ones don't. So I started with just a regular old dirty sock of Ryan's, my son's, with the regular, you know, playground dirt on the bottom. And then I added at the top, for interest, a little bit of red wine. Because, you know, he gets into the red wine often. But no, just as an example to sort of show, because that's obviously
a tough stain to
the
get
tough
out.
one
That's
to
a
get
hard
out.
one.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And basically, the bottom line is treat your stains quick. That's the biggest key. But of course, you never stain your things when you're next to your washing machine, right? It's always you're on the way to work, you spill your coffee on your sweater, you're at a party, you spill some wine somewhere.
Exactly.
So that never happens. So that's the example we have here. These are not quickly treated stains. These are socks that have been sitting and washed without treatment for...
And you do see a little bit of result, but still that gray sort of dinginess at the bottom of them.
Exactly. It's pretty, it's hard to get out once you haven't been treating them all the way through. But
now, there were 3 products that you took a look at specifically. These are probably the big 3.
Exactly. These are the kind of the top ones that are common out there. Spray and wash was actually, I discovered, the very first laundry stain remover that was kind of created way back. Shout is another in a trigger spray, and then OxyClean is one that you have to mix with water. And the main difference between OxyClean and the other ones essentially is that OxyClean is apparently formulated with an oxygen blend that is targeted to, well, I sound like an infomercial now. It's targeted to treat the stain and not the fabric, where the other ones can affect the actual fabric.
Now, we've had such a busy show, we do not have a lot of time, but
All right.
with the three of them,
bottom line, all these
line is-
manufacturers actually make products with oxygen cleaners in them now, and that was the best one. You can, I don't know if you can kind of see the comparison with the lighting here, but the OxyClean, the one where you leave it sit overnight, absolutely came through with the best results. When you look at the original stain to the how it came out at the end, the oxygen cleaners seem to work the best.
pre-treatment is a must.
Yeah, pre-treatment, treat it quick.
All right, thanks, Kelly. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
And welcome back to the show. We have to, before we do anything else, congratulate our Freebie Friday winner.
That's right, Lori South is on the phone with us. Hi there, Lori.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good, thanks. You knew that to get your teeth nice and white, you have to use mashed
Strawberries.
strawberries. It is. So you pick
Mashed
up that
berries.
mashed
Don't
strawberries.
you get the
You
little
know what?
bits?
I'm a makeup artist, and I know I'm a camouflage makeup artist.
Okay.
So I know red, you put red on people, or green takes red out.
Oh, so it's the opposite. There you
There
go.
you
Yeah.
go. Congratulations.
Wow.
Basket from
Thank
Fruits and
you.
Passions is all yours.
Thank you.
We're envious.
She could
Oh,
be on the
boy.
set. We don't even know it because she's a camouflage artist. She
And we
could be
should-
that plant.
And we should throw in the OxyClean for you, too,
Thank
because
you, Lori.
it really does
I
clean.
really want the OxyClean. That sounds amazing.
That
All
stuff
right,
does work.
thanks,
I've
Lori.
used
Have
it
a great
before.
weekend.
Thank you.
And we're all out of time, so you have a great weekend, too. Go
Bye-bye.
clean out those stains. See you on Monday.
Shout them out. No?